I need new music.
This is the JJO Discover New Music Podcast.
Madison, Solid Rock 94.1 JJO. Welcome to another episode of Discover New Music. Joining me is no stranger to the JJO crew. You know him as the vocalist of Through Fire, Kendrick. Grant, how are you, my friend?
Doing awesome, bro. Thanks for having me.
Of course. We'll always make time for Through Fire on JJO, of course. Let's talk new music, man. The new album, Devil's Got You Dreamin. I love the title of that. By the way, Devil's Got You Dreamin, man. That's good stuff. Current single, Lose It. This is your third album. For you guys, what maybe stood out on this one? You know, obviously, you've all been in the industry for a long time, but as a band, you know, coming up on how many, 7 years now, 3 albums. What stood out with this album, maybe compared to the other two?
For me, it was the whole process was just awesome. Getting in the studio, the timing of it was coming out of a big breakup for me, 11-year breakup. So like you always hear artists talking about how it's therapeutic and things like that. Well, this was the first time I really, truly experienced that. Get to go in there and let out some actual emotion and rage and feelings and tear into some souls on the song, if you will. And as a vocalist, I feel like I've matured and kind of found my whole range and who I am as a singer, which might sound weird being on the third professional album, but the first album I had one approach. The second album I was learning singing techniques and things and applying that to my style. And then by the third album, I found like a good blend of both worlds and got comfortable and knew my range and approached it a little different and just feel like we kind of found our sound more and solidified it more on this album.
And that's interesting that you bring that up, you know, and you said the word mature, which stuck out. So is this a more polished Through Fire sound? Is this something that you guys were really able to, the comfort and the confidence all came together with this latest album?
I definitely agree with that. Yeah, for sure. In the studio, I was a lot more efficient, a lot faster, getting things done quicker. Didn't have to redo stuff a million times or whatever, like the first album. I was faster on the second album, but much more efficient on this third one.
I love it, man. You know, you guys had such breakout success with Breathe in 2016. It was all over the place. I mean, it was on WWE, you know, it was everywhere. Is that pressure, especially with the follow-up album and then now this third one, does that pressure kind of weigh on you with like, oh, we need to emulate that, we need to do exactly what we did there? Or is that more of a motivation to kind of find that next step for you?
I don't feel really any pressure to live up to the first album. I feel like we're definitely growing from that place, and I feel like we have the potential to do bigger things than that. The second album, I was really excited about and thought we were going to do big things with, but with the pandemic and the losing the ability to tour and support it and things like that, it makes this album feel kind of like it's our second time getting out there, getting to build off of what we started with the first album more so than the second album was, because it didn't really get a chance to fly. But I think on this one is nothing holding us back. So get out there and tour on this and get to spend time with you guys in the studios and come and do some acoustic stuff and hit all the cities. And God only knows what'll happen with placements and things like that, WWE or movies or whatever. Yeah. But I think overall it's going to be awesome.
Tours for you guys too. Geez, I was looking at your tour schedule and my God, I don't think you guys got a break in there for quite some time. So you're definitely making up for lost time now that that things have opened back up, huh?
Oh yeah, hitting the blacktop.
That's right. You got a favorite track on the album? Is there one that really kind of stands out to you?
My favorite track, and it almost kind of shifts from time to time, but initially was Karma Kills, and that's the first one we put out there off of this one. Love that song. Like I mentioned, the breakup and all. It was an 11-year. We were engaged. Lots of garbage and literal skeletons coming out of the closet. Some things that were said to me that hurt are on that track. Like, did that for revenge. Well, and then on the song you hear, when the bed is burning, you'll be your own revenge. So it all real resonated with me deep. It was really fun recording that song. That was the most therapeutic for sure. And I couldn't wait for the world to hear. And just sonically, just vibe-wise, I just love the song. But there's a lot of great tracks on this album that I'm excited for people to hear for sure.
Yeah, it's like kind of trying to pick a favorite child. That's always a tough question, but it's fun to see you guys dissect that. And you know, talking about this, it sounds like you're really bearing your soul. Was that, I mean, you said it was therapeutic and kind of cathartic to do that. Was it hard to start that pen to paper writing process to open up after what you went through, or did you find it easy once it started?
Well, the beauty of that is Justin, he does all the writing, most of the writing for the band for sure. I basically just walked through that process with him and talked to him as a friend and shared the whole story with him. And that dude went into a writing session and they came out with a killer song that he knew I'd love. And when I first read across the lyrics, I was like, this is perfect. So no, I didn't even write the song, but that's how awesome it is.
That's a special relationship to have with Justin and a band member, that you can open up and share your experiences and have him write. It's you through him, in a sense, if that's not too much of a stretch.
Sometimes that is a stretch, but for sure he gets inspiration from me, and he's got a lot of his own stories that are not too far from what I went through. So it's easy for him to pull out of his own catalog or his own heart, his own emotions and soul. But it made it fresh for him with what I was going through.
Listen, rate, share, subscribe. Discover new music now at WJJO.com, in the JJO app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Brock has a new interview every Thursday evening between 6 and 7. 94.1 JJO.
I need new music.
This is the JJO Discover New Music Podcast.
Grant, we're excited, and we'll see you on the road. Before you go, we got to do rapid fire. I do this with everyone. Now that the important stuff's out of the way, we can horse around and learn a little bit more about you. No wrong answers. You go with your gut, whatever works. First, Flintstone Push Pop or Choco Taco?
Flintstone Push Pop.
You're the first one to say that. Everyone says Choco Taco, and I appreciate you going off script. That's nice. I like it. Would you rather have soaked jeans or damp socks?
Soaked jeans.
Would you rather see Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster?
Loch Ness Monster.
Follow-up question. Have you ever seen any kind of paranormal? Because I just did an interview not too long ago, and the artist said, I haven't seen either one, but I have seen a UFO. Have you ever come close to anything like that?
I've definitely had some very interesting spiritual moments where I felt like I've seen the light, the aura, the shape of what might have been a person or some kind of spirit, something.
Wild,
yeah.
Man. And so it's always fun to dig into that. Cool Ranch or nacho cheese Doritos?
Spicy nacho.
The spicy nacho, very nice. That's it. You're allowed to adjust these. That's great. Okay, last one. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? That's a tough one.
100 duck-sized horses.
Going with that. You just watch out your ankles. They start kicking those ankles. You're going down quick, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for humoring me. That was a lot of fun. And of course, once again, everyone, Devil's Got You Dreamin. Grant, thank you so much for the time, man. We appreciate it.
Hey, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. You guys are an awesome station, and we love you so much.
Listen, rate, share, subscribe. Discover new music now at WJJO.com, in the JJO app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Brock has a new interview every Thursday evening between 6 and 7. 94.1 JJO.